One of the most fascinating stories that I find amongst many gems and nuggets that one can find in the words of my perfect teacher in the Kunzala Mishalum has to be how Emperor Ashoka accumulated merit to be born as Emperor Ashoka. It is believed that when the Buddha used to walk the earth, but at that point in time there was a boy who saw the Buddha going on his arms. And it is believed that the boy, having nothing to offer, picked up a handful of sand and poured it in the begging bowl of the Buddha. And that, my friends, is how Emperor Ashoka accumulated good karma or accumulated merit to be born as Emperor Ashoka in a next life. Now, one will wonder, obviously, how does one accumulate merit? Is the Buddha so powerful or so amazing and awesome that even by pouring sand into his bowl, one gets reborn as an emperor? The twist, the kahani mein twist is that Emperor Ashoka, when he was born as that boy and he poured that handful of sand into the bowl of the Buddha, in his child's perception and in his child's mind, he thought that he was filling the begging bowl of the Buddha with gold dust. So because the child had thought that he had poured a handful of gold dust into the begging bowl of the Buddha, it is believed that that karmic deed resulted into the birth of Emperor Ashoka in a later life. Kuzampo, my name is Karma Dendrup, and every Wednesday I do this post. I do a video called #MyTake. So today the letter is T, and the thing that I'm going to talk about is truth. Now, this is not going to be a video where I'm going to tell you the benefits of honesty, that honesty is the best policy. After having lived close to over 4 decades, I finally got it. I think it was when I crossed over from 40 that honesty does happen to be the best policy, but that's a topic for another discussion for another day. Today I wanted to talk about truth, because just like the story I shared about Emperor Ashoka, truth for many of us, what is my truth, I find might not be your truth. Especially given the fact that my eyesight is the way it is. When I look at the world and I don't see it as vividly, as colorful, as magical as most of you guys see it, then who are we to say that my world is not real and your world is real, and your world is not real and my world is real? And in Buddhism, it goes a step deeper. And when I'm sharing this about Buddhist truths, I'm not going to talk about the Four Noble Truths. I want to talk about two truths. And I just wanted all of you who follow me and watch my videos, or who comes across this, it's not a coincidence that you came across my video. It has to be, as a Buddhist, it's karmic. We had some previous connections, so thus you are looking at this video. And the two truths that Buddhism shares about is Dendam Gi Demba and Kunzob Gi Demba. Now, Kunzob Demba is, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, is what we would popularly know in English as relative truth. And Dendam Demba is what is translated into English as ultimate truth. That we as Buddhists, or we as spiritualists, or we as people who are born and have breath right now, this blessing and this gift, this grace called breath, I think it is important for us to know that such truths exist in Buddhism. That it's not only the Four Noble Truths, that when you look into the world, there is a relative truth and there is ultimate truth. I wanted to end with another parable or a story. This is from His Holiness the late Kalu Rinpoche, not the current one, not the handsome, dashing, honest Kalu Rinpoche that all of us see. I had the privilege and honor of interviewing him as well, and I found him to be very authentic and one of the most honest young masters, promising masters that we have in the Vajrayana Buddhist tradition. So the previous Kalu Rinpoche is supposed to have shared a story about, say, 100 people sleep in a hall, and all of them have 100 different dreams. And when they wake up the next day, everybody shares their story, and there is no way for us to say that one person's dream is real and the other one's dream is not real, even if we take the example of you and me. So in that very same light, I presume that what the late Kalu Rinpoche was sharing when he shared that story is that just like there is no way for the person who has seen the dream to say that he didn't see the dream and what he saw is his dream and it's real for him. In that very same way, we as husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, sons and daughters, we all have our own truths, and there is no way of saying that my truth is greater or better than your truth. So that's what I wanted to share today. And you can find the rest of my videos all here and on TikTok. And thank you so much, all of you, for all the love and the time you take to share, not only watching it, but even taking time to comment. I'm especially thankful for the comments. And don't forget to favorite it, like it. If you can share it with friends or family who you feel can derive some kind of understanding or some insight from these videos. And I'm very grateful. So don't forget to analyze, and I'll catch you in the next one.